the time we got there, Michael was covered from head to toe in my blood.
Mm.
Yeah, I was, moments away from dying.
Mm.
And, when I got to the hospital, I just had this very, people will refer to as an out of body
Yeah.
experience. I don't know if that's exactly how I would describe it, but what I had was a sense of peace
Mm-hmm.
that I was going to be okay. And also this understanding that I wasn't alone.
Mm.
And I felt like I was there with God and I was going to be okay. And I chilled out. And I kind of just went through that whole experience, weeks in the hospital, the whole thing, never feeling alone and not feeling like this was the end for me.
Mm-hmm.
And, so fast forward, I was seeking God from those experiences. And right after I came out of the hospital, I used to go to this little Presbyterian church, and they gave me this little Bible and they endorsed it and everything. And then I kind of went on my young man journey of being an idiot. And
like we do. Yeah. Yeah, I get it.
And then I'm 20 something years old and at my uncle's house. My uncle had lived with us for a while and whatever. I'm at his house and I'm in his little guest room. He's got a little bookshelf there. And I see this little Bible on it. And I'm like, oh, let me check that out. And I pull it out, and it's the Bible actually that I had gotten from the Presbyterian church. And it was sort of a full circle for me. Like all those years came back full circle. And they're letting the dog come hang out with us. And so that was really the beginning of my faith-based journey. It started when I was a kid, but when I was in my early 20s is when I felt like, okay, something real here. I've experienced it many times in my life, and it's time for me to sort of acknowledge it. Yeah. And so, my whole life has been this, my whole life since that point. And then when I was in my late 20s, after searching every major religion and reading books and studying them and doing a lot of praying for what was real and what have you, I made a decision that Christianity was really my faith. And I've had this relationship with God that's, based on the fact that I'm imperfect and I'm going to go through a lot of stuff in this world, and I need God. I don't want to go it alone. So I look at every major decision like that. The decision to be Jack in the Box wasn't easy, but it was very much a faith-based decision.